SwimOutlet.com delivers the best online shopping experience. With an extensive selection and the lowest prices, you're guaranteed to find the product you need. Here's what you get. Free shipping on all orders over $49. Free 1 to 2 day shipping on all orders over $99. All orders placed by 6 p.m. ship out the same day. Shop at SwimOutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Wednesday, May 16th, 2012. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Phoenice Monitor today, we'll talk to Jess Book. He's the new head swim coach for the men's and women's teams at Kenyon University. And Coach Book joins us right now in the Phoenice Monitor from Gambier, Ohio. Coach, welcome to the Morning Swim Show. How are you?
I'm well, Peter. And yourself?
Good. Well, you got some big shoes to fill there. Jim Steen was a heck of a coach for almost 4 decades.
That's true, and that's something that I've heard a lot from alumni and friends and coworkers this last week or so. And it's something that I thought a lot about before I actually looked at Kenyon as a head coaching opportunity for me when I came on as a women's head coach as well. And I think that in the end, it's something that I'm excited about and not really scared of. It's something that Kenyon to me has always been the place that I wanted to coach. It's the place that I feel that you can achieve the most as a student and as an athlete, and the opportunity to be here supersedes any of those challenges to live up to another person's record. And I think if you also look back at the success at Kenyon, it's never been about historical trends or traditions. It's always been about maximizing each season at its highest level. And I think that for us, in the Kenyon swimming, that will hold true as well. It's about making the most of who we are in any given season and at any given day.
Well, you've certainly learned from Coach Steen. You swam
Absolutely.
under him, you've coached under him, and now, I mean, I'm sure you'll bring some of the same stuff, but it's exciting
Sure.
to have some new perspective as well, and you can hopefully bring that to Kenyon.
Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of who I am as a coach has been shaped by Coach Steen. He's a tremendous mentor. I worked here as an assistant coach for 4 years with him as well, in addition to being a swimmer on his team. And a lot of who I am, a lot of my core values, a lot of things that I believe essentially for success in life and in swimming are things that he helped instill in me. And so that's absolutely the truth as well. But I also had the opportunity to coach for 4 years at Ohio State with Bill Wadley and the men's team there. And especially a lot of things I do in a training realm have been influenced by Bill and the Buckeye program. And so I think I'm probably a bit of Coach Steen, but I'm a bit of Bill Wadley, and I'm certainly a large portion of myself when it comes to the program that we have here at Kenyon and the program we will have as we move forward.
Tell us some of the stuff that you took from that bigger program, bigger conference, bigger
Sure.
vision at Ohio State that you can apply now.
Again, I think a lot of it's training. I think that the way that we work with the student athletes here at Kenyon and the personal relationships we build are unique and special to Kenyon. In many ways, I think that's our greatest asset. But in terms of how to train athletes to find their highest level of performance, many of those things will be influenced by things I learned at Ohio State, whether it's technical suggestions. Coach Wadley is an incredible technician, or training paradigms through both him and Coach Dorincott. At Ohio State, the use of out-of-water work, whether it's strength or dry land, they do some very innovative and creative things there that I think can really help athletes maximize their physical potential. And so some of our training methodologies will be drawing upon some of the things that we did at Ohio State that I thought were highly effective. But at the same time, we also are going to do a lot of things at Kenyon that are historical to Kenyon in terms of training as well. I mean, it's definitely a very unique place, a very unique program, and I think we have the opportunity to kind of blend both the best of the big-time Division I environment with the wonderful, rich, intellectual environment of a small college like Kenyon.
And a nice facility, as we can see behind you.
We are very blessed to have this facility. I think it opened in January of '06. It's a beautiful, beautiful pool, 50 meters by 25 yards, but it's also aesthetically very pleasing. We have that wall of windows that you can see kind of behind me on this side. We have another wall of windows on the far end of the pool that really kind of open the facility up to the campus and give the swimmers the opportunity to kind of appreciate life outside of the pool rather than just being trapped in those concrete boxes that we're so used to.
And vice versa, when it's snowing outside and you're doing backstroke and you're like, I'm glad I'm inside.
You're right.
Well, Kenyon has been the gold standard in Division III swimming for a generation, but the dynasty run of national championships has ended recently, especially on the men's side. How do you take a positive from that?
I think it's, and I know you interviewed Zach Turk maybe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, one of our graduating senior sprinters who's been phenomenal here at Kenyon. It's a lot about what he said is very true. And what we've really found in Division III over the course of the last 10 years especially is the level of competition has gotten a whole lot better. The division is actually a very competitive division. If you look at the top end performers on the men's side and on the women's side, you'll routinely find people that can compete at the elite level in Division I. I think Zach specifically would have placed, I think it was third at the Division I championships this year in the 50 freestyle. We had two men's relays that would have been top 8 at the Division I championships, and we have women routinely that can qualify and score at the Division I championships as well. And so I think if you're looking at what's changed dramatically in Division III over the course of the last 10 to 15 years is the level of competitiveness of the student athletes that choose to come to swim at a place like Kenyon has grown immeasurably. And that's been exciting. It's been exciting to see records go up, records come down, to see people come into the league that can really do world-class style swimming in a place like Kenyon.
Well, it should only make your teams better, right?
Right. And again, we are seeing improvement. If you look at our record boards, they are continuing to see improvement, and records are continuing to come down. It just it's in the context of a much more competitive division, which is extremely exciting.
Why do you think more excellent swimmers are choosing Division III schools?
That's a pretty complicated question. I'm not sure if I can say, I certainly can't say for each student athlete, but I think that there's a desire to have the opportunity to swim at the NCAA championships, a desire to have the opportunity to be on a competitive team, a desire to have an opportunity to really be part of this academic athletic environment that the Division III model allows for. And I think it's also partly responsible, partly described by some of the changes in Division I landscape. Let's think specifically about men's programs. In the state of Ohio, we've lost, and I don't know for sure, maybe 5 or 6 men's programs in the last 10 years. And so the opportunities for Division I competition have gone down. And so some of those student athletes that might have looked at a place like Ohio University on the men's side may now be looking at a place like Kenyon instead.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck, and hopefully you'll be there for 37 years too.
I do too. This is my dream job, Peter. There's nowhere else I want to be, and there's nowhere else I want to coach.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
All right, that's Coach Jess Book joining us from Kenyon University. That's it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.